Hey everyone, it's Anthony from the podcast you listen to and are about to listen to right now. Again, Jeff and I wanted to say happy holidays. We hope that 2025 was a good year for all of you. And we wanted to thank you for your support throughout the year. Thank you for showing up and listening. Thank you to our patrons who keep the show going. We really, really appreciate you, concerned citizens, and all your support. It means the world to us. We wanted to make this week's Patreon Open available to everyone. So we are unlocking that and putting it at the beginning of this episode because it is holiday themed. And remember, if you enjoy it, you can get these every week by joining the Patreon at patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. I'm not doing this alone because I've murdered Jeff. Okay, what's your Christmas movie that isn't a Christmas movie?
I mean, Die Hard's the easy one.
Yeah.
But what else? Christmas movie that isn't a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have a? I think Die Hard is my go-to, and it just seems so obvious.
I thought of one the other day. It's not a Christmas movie, but it feels like a Christmas movie, and it's definitely a Christmas movie. Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow and John Hannah.
I don't think I've watched that since it was in theaters. So.
I used to have it on DVD, and I used to go out to the club, and I'd come home at 3 a.m., and there'd be too many drugs in my system to sleep. And I would either put on Sliding Doors or X-Men 2.
Wow. That's a sliding doors in and of itself.
Well, it had to be a movie that was interesting enough that my brain wasn't buzzing, but not so interesting that I had to stay awake for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think Sliding Doors, and I genuinely enjoy Sliding Doors. It's a fun movie.
It's a great concept, and it's one of those ones where the title and concept have stuck in the popular imagination. You know, like it's become shorthand for that whole notion of what might have been.
Yeah,
you know?
A sliding doors situation.
Exactly.
A blonde Bob situation.
That's
right. I think that's one. And then the Alamo Drafthouse in LA is showing one that I was like, oh, that's such a Christmas movie. The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh, that is a good Christmas movie. Yeah. Actually,
a Gina Davis classic, baby.
Yeah. That's Rennie Harlin, right?
Yeah, she married Rennie Harlin, and then they did 18 action movies with her in a row.
That's right. Yeah, and they were all sort of middling good.
Yeah, they all had great ideas, and if we can be honest, sort of held back by her husband, Rennie Harlin.
That's true. You know what I liked is Cutthroat Island.
Dude, the pirate one? It was her and Matthew Modine. Not a Christmas movie.
No, not a Christmas movie, but a pirate movie.
But a pirate movie, and boy, pirate movie before they were doing pirate movies. I'll tell you what.
That's right. Yeah.
I have
Long Kiss Goodnight. I barely remember it, but it takes place at Christmas.
Mm-hmm. And it's Gina Davis is, she was an assassin, doesn't remember her past life, is like a mom married with kids. And then like
she gets activated, right?
Gets, like people from her past come back. And it's so funny because like, here's what I'll say about those Gina Davis, Rennie Harlin movies. They were doing ideas that people did 5-10 years later and made $1 billion off of.
That's true. They were just a little too ahead of the game.
Just a little too much, a little too creative for their own good. But I think that's a Christmas movie. I was thinking
what about Iron Man 3?
Definitely. Well, it's Shane Black. Anything Shane Black makes is a Christmas movie.
That's fair. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But you're right.
Kiss,
that is
Kiss,
a Christmas
Bang, Bang.
movie that isn't a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I was shocked that Predators wasn't set during Christmas.
I know, right?
I was shocked that it wasn't the Predators at home, you know, hanging stockings by the chimney with care.
Yeah.
I've been thinking a lot about that because it's like I've been looking for the holiday movies. Obviously, my favorite Christmas movie of all time is Batman Returns.
Oh, so good.
Best Batman movie, best Christmas movie, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's a great Christmas movie. It's because you love to see a penguin celebrating Christmas.
God damn, dude, with his little ducky and Vincent Schiavelli on the grinding the organ and not saying a word.
Not saying a word. So beautiful.
Fucking Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken gives the best Christmas speech in any Christmas movie. Santa Claus, afraid not. But if I could give one gift
Santa Claus
to Gotham City, it would be peace and love tied up
Earth
in a bow.
Wait, isn't what's his name? The guy from City Slickers. Isn't he in that too?
Jack Palance? He's in the first one. He's the guy who gives the Joker's boss.
Yeah.
And he goes, remember, Jack, you are my number one.
You're my number one guy. Oh, my number one guy. Yeah. So
not
good.
a Christmas movie, that one.
No.
But I will tell you what, Batman Returns, you'd be hard pressed to find better Christmas movie, better Batman movie, better cover of Susie and the Banshees, Kiss Them For Me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah, if you're looking for covers of Susie and the Banshees, Kiss Them For Me.
Yeah. And then, find me a movie. I mean, genuinely, and this is, we're talking about a wide variety of movies that this is a possibility in. I think it's the movie where every member of that cast is the most attractive.
You think that's the most attractive Michelle Pfeiffer has ever been?
Absolutely.
I mean, she's super hot in that movie, no doubt.
Absolutely. Just completely stressed out, like Kathy Guisewhite, fucking goddamn Selena Kyle is so good. And then Michael Keaton in his fucking turtleneck.
Yeah, he does look pretty sharp in the turtleneck.
He looks good in the turtleneck. The only person who does not benefit from this theory is Daniel DeVito.
Well, sure.
Mr. Daniel DeVito does not look his best in that movie. But you know who does? Paul Rubens.
Paul Rubens
is his dad. He's Mr. Cobblepot.
That's right. Paul Rubens is his dad. That's right. Yeah.
And he looks really good. And he's in a tux and he's in a monocle. Yeah. And he's like, he puts his kid in the Gotham River.
Can you imagine Paul Rubens and Tim Burton in a room together by themselves?
I bet it's insufferable.
Yeah.
There are certain things where we're just like, we've talked about this before, where there are celebrities that we think are the coolest and we do not want to be in a room alone with them.
That's right.
Like my deep love for David Lynch. And sometimes I'm just like, I don't think I could have ever been in a room with David Lynch. Sometimes I'm like, it would have been amazing. And then sometimes I'm like, no, there's no way. There's no way. The soul is a bright feather.
Well, were you the one
Listen up, Cope.
Were you the one that was telling me that, who was it? Some actress whose name is escaping me right now, said that she was in a room with Quentin Tarantino and Paul Thomas Anderson. And she was like,
it was Fiona Apple.
Yeah, Fiona Apple. You're the one telling me that? She's like,
yes,
I'm no longer doing coke.
Yeah, Fiona Apple when she was dating Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah,
because we were talking about it because of the Vanity Fair Paul Thomas Anderson Leonardo DiCaprio interview, where it was just like clearly two guys who just their emotional development stopped.
Yeah.
Like, no shade to either one of them. There are a lot of people whose emotional development stops.
Yeah, it's been very lucrative for them that their emotional development stopped.
But they literally talk about it in the interview. Yeah. They're like, "How old would you if I asked you how old you were in your mind? How old?" And they both were like in their 20s, and it's just like, "No, dude, no, don't say that."
Yeah, don't say it out loud.
Don't say that. Poor Fiona Apple.
Yeah,
poor Fiona Apple. But he said in the interview, Paul Thomas Anderson was like, my mental age stopped at I forget what age he said. And I did the math in my head. I was like, oh my God, that's when Fiona Apple left him. Because he was like, I had like a really huge emotional thing. And then my emotional development stopped for a very long time and blah, blah, blah. I was like, you never got over Fiona Apple. How could you? How could anyone?
How could anyone?
How could anyone?
Yeah.
Paul Thomas maybe The Phantom Thread is a Christmas movie out of all Paul Thomas Anderson movies.
The Master.
Yeah, if you're gonna pick a Christmas movie, I guess it's The Phantom Thread.
Yeah, because you want to look nice at Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know. Feels wintry. What Leonardo DiCaprio movie is a Christmas movie? Is it Titanic? It's probably Titanic.
It's got to be Titanic.
Because that's just to sit down with your family and watch the double VHS.
Yeah, that's definitely the Christmas movie of his oeuvre.
Yeah, I like trying to track down media that feels like the holidays and then trying to figure out why it feels like the holidays to people. Like there's a song, an 80s song by Peter Schilling called Major Tom that was like his pop sequel to David Bowie's song. It's like Earth below us, drifting, falling.
Yeah.
That's a Christmas song to me. And when I think about it, when I was a youth in Florida, for whatever reason, the radio stations, the retro radio stations would play Major Tom more during the winter.
Interesting.
And I don't know, so everybody was clearly on board with the fact that it was a Christmas song. But it was a song about a spaceman.
Yeah. That's interesting. I would not associate that one with Christmas.
Second best Christmas movie of all time after Batman Returns. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Robin Williams Toys.
What? Oh, because of toys. Because of buying toys for Christmas.
Toys, but also in the beginning, there's a Christmas musical number called The Closing of the Year. And that's how the entire movie starts.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought of another Leonardo DiCaprio movie that should be a Christmas movie or could be a Christmas movie.
Okay.
The Revenant.
Yeah, The Revenant's a Christmas movie. Because snow and bears.
Yeah, and snows and bears. Yes,
snows
the Christmas,
and bears.
You know, how we all love to be shaken violently by a bear at Christmas time.
Yeah, and Tommy Bain is there.
Yeah, that's right.
Tommy Bain is there, and every time he's there, it's Christmas.
That's right.
Yeah. Tommy Bain, who now is trapped into doing a weird voice in every film he does.
It's Christmas, Batman.
God, dude, let me tell you something. The best version of Bane is not his version of Bane. It's the Harley Quinn animated series parody of his version of Bane.
Yeah. Yes. Harley Quinn, by the way, does not get enough credit for how great it is.
Absolutely not. Listen, and I'm a Jimmy Gunn's Superman fan.
Yeah.
And here's what I'll tell you. Harley Quinn might be the best thing modern DC has ever done.
It's very good. It's very funny. It's very smart. It's got great action.
Also, Harley, canonically Jewish.
Yeah.
Canonically Jewish in that show. Not just that, but not necessarily the Penguin, but the Penguin's nephew, canonically Jewish in that show. The Cobblepots may be Jewish, which is such a curveball to me because the Cobblepots have historically always come off so waspy to me.
I was going to say the Cobblepots feel like the people that were not very nice to the Jews. That's what I felt like.
And that feels like the sort of thing that they knew when they were making the cartoon. They're like, let's do a little curvy ball.
Yeah.
Let's curve that ball a little bit. Let's be James McAvoy and curve that bullet. Is Wanted a Christmas movie?
Ooh, maybe.
Maybe. What McAvoy movie is a Christmas movie? He's got to have a Christmas movie. It's not an X-Men. It might be
It's
Wanted.
not an X-Men.
Is it
James McAvoy?
Is it the terrible movie he made with M. Night Shyamalan where they completely misunderstand mental illness in order to turn people into monsters?
Yeah, what was that called?
Split.
Split. I mean, that might be a Christmas movie.
We're really expanding the definition here in just these 10 minutes.
Oh, he was in a movie called Arthur Christmas.
Arthur Christmas. I forgot about the animated film Arthur Christmas.
That's him. He plays Arthur Christmas.
He plays
Christmas.
He plays Arthur Christmas, the titular Arthur Christmas.
So maybe that's his Christmas movie.
God damn, man.
Yeah.
What about Donald Gleason? He's got to be in a Christmas.
Oh, he's got to have played Scrooge at some point, right?
If he has, he's on track to be our greatest Scrooge.
Yeah.
Like if he hasn't done it yet, he's on track in like 20 years. Donald Gleason will be the greatest Scrooge to have ever been in a script. Like, apologies to Michael Caine, apologies to Patrick Stewart, but like Donald Gleason in 20 years is going to eat your fucking lunch. Donald Gleason is going to absolutely destroy your ass at Scrooge.
Let me see what he's been in here. Oh, he was in The Revenant. There you go.
He played Santa.
He played Santa in The Revenant.
He played Santa in The Revenant. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens. Jeff, I'm going to do it.
Do it.
I'm going to do it.
Why wouldn't you do it?
I'm going to Mulaney on you. I'm going to John Mulaney on you. I want to talk about Quicksand.
All right, let's do it.
I'm going to Mulaney on you because I want to talk about Quicksand. My Mulaney, by the way, if I do it for too long, just turns into the rat from Charlotte's Web. Like, it starts out as Spider Ham, and then it's a fair is a veritable smorgasbord.
That's a slippery slope. That's what we call a slippery Mulaney slope.
It's the slipperiest of slope, just like a quicksand.
Yeah.
Oh. Now here's what we know. I looked. I was like, we must have talked about Quicksand before. Surely in our long and illustrious history, we've talked about Quicksand.
I feel like we have, actually. Have we not?
If we did, I believe it was in passing because I could not find an episode title or anything that.
Well, I like to make that hard for you.
Yeah, I know you do. But I couldn't find anything that was like, this entire episode is about Quicksand. Okay. Surely we've mentioned it.
I'm sure we've talked about it, but I'd love to let's dig in.
Fuck you. Here's what's up, Jeff. Quicksand is real. It's not fake. Yeah. It's a real
but
thing.
It doesn't behave like we think it does, right? It's not what I think it is. It's not what I want it to be.
Our beliefs about Quicksand are mostly drawn from pop culture and media, which started in the 50s and 60s with sort of adventure films that used quicksand because it was a cheap, easy, interesting sort of trap to put,
Well, it's a slow moving trap that you have a lot of tension and drama around.
A lot of tension, a lot of drama. You can recreate it in a single room. You can, you know what I mean? It doesn't cost a ton.
Right.
Kids love it. Kids are fascinated by being swallowed up by the earth. There's nothing kids want more than to be swallowed up by the earth.
It's true.
I don't know why.
It's all my kids ask for. Daddy, this Christmas, can I be swallowed up by the earth? And I'm
Father,
like,
when will the earth reclaim me? When will it swallow me up and I won't have to be here anymore?
I ask myself that same thing every day, son. And
you're like, well, son, if medical technology continues the way it does, 100 years, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, so quicksand does exist. It does. It will sort of like suck you in. What it is it's basically like, as you move, this sort of like small amount of sand, pebbles, water, all this stuff tries to just fill the vacuum of space. Right? That's all it is. It's trying to fill the vacuum of the space that you create. And so the more you move around, the more it actually kind of just theoretically kind of sticks you in. But here's the thing. You're not going to sink in quicksand. Not entirely.
But that's because you're going to throw me the whip, and I'll
And you throw me the aisle.
Out. Yes, yeah. So I'll pull myself out with the vine from that low hanging tree.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'll do.
That's why. But also,
that's why I don't sink in it.
There was a 2005 study that was published in Nature. Daniel Bond from Amsterdam, the quicksand capital of the world. I don't know if you've been to Amsterdam. People are always like, "Oh, you got to go to Amsterdam, man. Weed is legal, and they've got hookers, and they've got bicycles. It's all bicycles and hookers and weed." But you know what they don't tell you about?
The quicksand?
The fucking quicksand, Jeff. You'll be riding your little bike over a beautiful, picturesque canal, over a bridge. You get to the other side of the bridge. Whoops, you're 4 feet down in the quicksand.
That's terrifying because I'm so high and I've just had sex with hookers.
That's right. And that's why all of the houses lean forward in Amsterdam, is so they can lower the whip to you.
That's smart.
That way
if you're ever on a second floor in Amsterdam, you have a certain responsibility.
Yeah, in case of in case of tragedy, break glass. Not in case of emergency, it's a tragedy.
Yeah.
Break glass, and then you lower the whip. But so in 2005, what this guy did is he placed aluminum beads with the density of the human body into quicksand and then just shook up the quicksand.
Where do you get aluminum beads with the density of a human body?
Dude.
You Google that?
Dude. I thought the same thing. This must have been something where they like created it specifically, right?
Yeah.
Like, or
there's off the shelf aluminum beads with the density of the human body.
I mean,
you're not going down to the aluminum beads with the density of the human body district and buying some aluminum beads with the density of the human body.
I mean, here's what I can tell you. If you look up aluminum beads, first of all, turn your safe search on. Because you want to be very careful about your spelling. Yeah, but also, if you look up aluminum beads and go shopping, it's like, yeah, there are a lot of sources for different human beads. And I mean, maybe not human beads, but like human aluminum beads, but like aluminum beads in general.
Yeah.
Lots of sizes, lots of shape, lots of densities, right?
All right. You just cobble it together yourself.
I guess if you're a scientist that's looking into this shit, the first thing you do is you go, well, like, what's the density of the human body? Let's find an aluminum bead. You probably looked into a bunch of different beads and found that the aluminum ones were the best, right? Because you probably looked into how are we going to do this?
Yeah, you can't just focus in on aluminum beads when there's a whole tapestry of beads available to you.
Yeah. So anyway, this was a 2005 study, and this is just background. This is not the main story we're talking about today. But 2005 study, liquefaction of quicksand under stress.
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to be under stress if you're in quicksand.
Yeah,
that's the one thing I know about quicksand.
That's right.
Stress-inducing.
That's right. So they basically showed that quicksand acts as a trap because it becomes unstable when it's first to move. It liquefies, then collapses. But a simple sinking test demonstrates that it is impossible for a human to be drawn into quicksand altogether. Basically, no matter how hard you try to sink these aluminum beads, they pop up and halfway are floating, right? Huh. So the deal is, the problem with quicksand is not that you're going to sink underneath the quicksand. The problem is just you're stuck.
Right.
And because it's wet and potentially cold, there's issues of hypothermia. There's issues of your circulation being cut off if it's caught under the sand, right? Like if your leg is caught under the sand, maybe you're caught in a strange position that's like that's hurting blood flow or putting stress on your body. All of these different things, but you're not going to completely sink.
Well, that's reassuring.
Yeah, and that's probably what they told Austin Dirks a few months ago when he got stuck in quicksand.
Austin Dirks?
Austin
when
Dirks.
He was searching for the lost city of something?
I know. He sounds like an adventurer, right?
He does. Austin Dirks? Are you kidding me?
And he is a bit of an adventurer. He's a big he's a big backpacker.
I feel like if Austin Dirks is in quicksand, you might only find his fedora. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. 100%. Like you don't find Austin Dirks, you find like what's left of Austin Dirks.
A pistol and a fedora, and that's it.
This was submitted on the Discord by your buddy Spielberg Newfer, your buddy and mine.
Love him.
And everybody's buddy, really, if we're honest. And this is the interesting story of Austin Dirks and the quest to get out of the quicksand.
That's a good one.
A movie that would have been such an all-time banger on 90s direct-to-video.
Sounds like a real good one.
Dude, Austin Dirks and the quest to get out of the quicksand, if it was on like HBO 17 in the late 90s, it would have been...
I'm watching it.
It would have been a movie that we had seen 100,000 times.
That's right. How's he going to get out of this one? That's my question. Austin Dirks.
That's always the question about Austin Dirks, isn't it? But he always does. So here's what's up.
Wait, before we get into this,
yeah,
I have so many questions about Quicksand, and I don't know if you're prepared to answer them. But
I'm prepared to try.
Can we start with a definition of it? Do we know what are the circumstances that create quicksand?
Yeah, so quicksand is basically it's basically a type of mud more than it is a sand.
Okay, well, I'm already mad.
Although it can be pretty dryish looking, which is what happened to poor Austin here. But what it basically is it's fine granular material and water. Okay. So it's a particular mix of fine granular material and water. So it's not necessarily just grains of sand, which clump together and turn into mud, but it is, smaller pebbles, tiny bits of rock and things like that don't necessarily congeal together into mud. If they congealed together into mud perfectly, you'd be fine. You'd be stepping in mud, right?
Right.
What this is this is kind of water saturated loose sand, rocks, pebbles, etc. That's gets agitated, and when it gets agitated, it's basically like if you were to look at it, you'd be shaking the sand in the water, and the sand, instead of like clumping together, because there's such a perfect mix of sand and water, it disperses. And so you wind up stepping into water when it looked like you were stepping into sand. And then what happens is all of the sand and water rush into the space that you've created.
Yeah.
To refill the vacuum, basically.
But does it require a sort of a hole first, a pit to then, or can this happen sort of below the layer of ground on its own? You know what I mean? Is it like, well, there was a hole here and it's filled up with a mix of water and sand that is different than the composition of the land on either side of it? Or was the land on either side of it the same? It just, whatever agitated it created this anomaly.
Right. So what you're basically looking at is there is sort of naturally created quicksand, and then sort of quicksand that, oops, we did it. Right. So if you're looking at like naturally created quicksand, you're going to find it near sources, actual sources of water, usually like rivers, aquifers, underground pockets of water, things like that. And what it basically does is as the watery area is transitioning into solid ground or solid sand, you get this sort of mix. It's almost like the edge, like you can find quicksand on the edge of riverbeds.
Sounds like we're just talking about a swamp here.
It's a bit of a swampy situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the most non-Newtonian form of swamp.
Okay.
If you had to pin me down to a specific description of it, it's the most non-Newtonian form of swamp you can have. Because it's a non-Newtonian fluid, right? Like that's basically what we're creating. Which is why, like, if you think about a non-Newtonian fluid, if you think about like when you make oobleck or something with kids, you punch it and it punches back.
You don't go through it. Yeah.
But
you go slow.
Yeah. So basically you first step on the quicksand and it seems like solid ground. But then when you rest on the quicksand for a moment, it's like schlorp.
It waits for you to get 2 steps in.
That's right. And it's like, we got you.
Trapped.
We got you, motherfucker. Can I tell you, Jeff, that when I was searching quicksand facts, everything's a fetish.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I have, as a matter of principle, have safe search turned off at all times.
Sure. Because you're a daredevil.
Well, because I don't have any kids using this computer, and I want to know what the real state of the world is.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want to know what the world really is, and like, I want to know all the weird shit that people are getting up to.
Sure.
Boy, I'll tell you, a lot of AI generations of hot women getting stuck in quicksand.
Oh, that's disturbing. It's disturbing.
if you draw a direct line to, like we were talking about, weird 80s and 90s direct-to-video cinema,
Yeah.
that fetish came from somewhere. We were throwing a lot of women into quicksand, I guess.
I don't know. I've never understood the I'm helpless thing. Like, I don't know. I guess it's weird. We don't need to get into it.
No, we don't need to get into it. But I will say real briefly, that's because your wife does everything for you. You don't like a helpless woman because you're a helpless man.
Fair point. Fair point.
And let me tell you something, man. I can relate.
What is she doing?
I can relate. I'm single right now, and my house is in total disrepair.
Honey, are you still in the quicksand?
Help! Honey, you need to get out of the quicksand and show me how to reheat the kids' soup.
I can't. I don't know. I don't know who our doctor is.
I don't know who You've talked to him. You've met him.
Yeah, I know. Do you have his number? Are you still in the quicksand? Because I need his number.
Where's the whip that you want me to throw you? Where do we keep the whip? What am I supposed to do with this idol you just gave me? Honey? So here's what's up. Austin Dirks is backpacking through the Hayduke Trail.
Nice.
In Arches National Park. Looks lovely. I looked up Arches National Park. I've only been to I think 2 or 3 of our beautiful national parks. And
oh, dude, a national park is an amazing thing.
Every time I go to a national park, I was just like, wow, how do we fuck up so bad?
Oh man, no kidding.
You get 3 miles outside of a national park and it's just like, fuck, it's just Walmart's all the way down. How did we do this?
Yeah. They don't give much leeway on either side of a national park.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing is the moment you get out of the national park, the law is the law, and the law says once we're out of the national park, we get to build a fucking Walmart, right?
That's right.
We gotta get a fucking Costco in there quick. Where's it,
dude?
Where's the national park? Oh, it's a 1.5 miles down the street from the Smoothie King.
Yeah, but once you go through the gates, it's paradise.
It's beautiful. Are you kidding me?
We went to Rocky Mountain National Park this year for the first time. Unbelievable. Truly God's country. It's just unreal.
I told you I didn't go to the Grand Canyon until I was in my 30s. And I went to the Grand Canyon and I looked at it. I was like, holy shit, it really is. This is pre-Grand Canyon.
Wow, it's not just a fancy name.
I was like, fuck, that's Big Hole. Can't believe hole this big. Really makes you think.
I would go back to that Smoothie King, a completely changed man.
That's right. Walked in that Smoothie King. I was like, have you all ever thought about the majesty of nature? It's like, yeah. Do you want shake base or do you want all fruit? And I was like, damn, I've communed with nature. I need all fruit. Now, you know what? Put a little bit of that shake base in there.
You know what? I changed my mind.
A little bit of ice cream never hurt. So Arches National Park in Utah.
Okay.
Beautiful. He was gorgeous. On a 20-mile backpacking trip. Second day of a 20-mile trip. For somebody like Austin Dirks, this is a normal trip.
Yeah. This is a Tuesday.
Yeah. 20 miles for somebody who is a hobbyist backpacker is cool. This is just what I'm doing this weekend.
Right.
He had his hiking poles. He had his, I don't know, water skins. What do you bring? Arrowheads.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
A bedroll.
Yeah. The problem is every time I play Skyrim, I wind up overly encumbered within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't throw anything away. So if I'm playing a Bethesda game, I'm just I'm walking so slow the whole time. And I'm just sure. I don't know, maybe I need this can. Maybe I need 18 of these cans. So I don't know how you pack for backpacking. I know that it's a very specific thing where you try to remove literal ounces from your bag.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Some of those adventure hikers, they'll cut the end of their shoelaces off for weight.
Yeah.
They'll cut the handle off their toothbrush. So you just have the nubbin end with the bristles on it. So you're just brushing like that because they want to reduce weight.
Yeah, because everything over the course of a day. And I can relate, having gone to Comic-Con.
Sure.
And Anime Con. And I'm trying to carry around my figurines.
Yeah, your life-size Dr. Doom head.
That's right. I'm trying to carry out. I don't have one yet, but they're releasing one. I have my 3PO. I have my Green Goblin, and I just unpacked my my Stormtrooper. You have it. You have it, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You really did it. Fuck, man.
Anthony.
Although it may
Anthony. No, is that working?
In the movie, he'll probably sound like Anthony. Anthony, I'm Dr. Doom, and I'm gonna take over the world. So I can't wait to hear his Doom voice. I can't wait to know. So yeah, I know because I walk around with heavy collectibles.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day,
it's the same thing.
Everything's digging into your back. But in all honesty, like I've done, we've all done stuff where we've had to carry around a heavy bag all day, and it doesn't matter if it's just like. That's why like the MacBook Air became a thing. Is like people were going on business trips with just like a laptop in their carry-on, and they were just like
satchel.
They're just like, fuck, this is heavy by the end of the day.
Yeah.
So he's doing all the things. He's a very experienced backpacker. He's from Glenwood Springs, Colorado. I don't want you to give up your OPSEC, but
that's near me.
Is it near you?
I mean, ish. It's a drive, but I've been there.
Let's get him on the show.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. He's like, I'm trudging around. I'm walking this trail. Obviously sometimes your feet get wet. You got to trudge through mud, all this stuff. So initially I'm walking on this trail and it didn't seem unusual because like I've hiked in conditions like almost identical to that. And then all of a sudden my right foot sank up to the ankle. And then that's what he thought. He thought so cool.
That's when all the snakes came out.
That's right. So he was like, right foot sank up to the ankle, and then he tried to like adjust his weight to remove his foot, and the whole right leg sank up to the knee.
Splurp. So he's on quicksand at this point.
He was walking on quicksand. As though it was sunshine, Jeff. As though he was Katrina and these were the waves.
So he's by himself.
Yeah.
Up to the knee, only one leg, other leg out?
Other leg is out, right?
Okay.
Right? But then his left foot is kind of stuck too. And he's able to get the left foot out, but the right was fixed in place. He said it felt like being encased in concrete, which makes sense.
That's terrifying.
Right? Because you think about the mix of it and the fact that it's a non-Newtonian and it's like, you're like,
yeah.
oh yeah, it probably feels very similar to concrete.
Yeah.
Was
he aware of the aluminum beads of human density?
He did not have his 2005 Q4 copy of Nature with him.
Oh no.
Yeah. So
I don't care how much weight you're trying to prevent. Always bring the compendium of Nature.
That's right.
With you.
That's right. You're trying like cut the tips off of your shoelaces, remove the handle from your toothbrush, but keep the collected editions of Nature with you. Because you never know when you're going to need Dr. Bond's paper from 2005.
That's exactly right.
About the properties of the liquefication of quicksand under stress.
That's right. He would have known I can't sink below my head. I won't. I shan't.
So he's stuck. And he's like, okay. He wrote about it on Reddit and he's like, okay, I try my trekking poles. Because he's got trekking poles. Quick question to anybody
on Reddit. Hey, guys, I'm currently in quicksand.
Hey, yeah, because first he Googled how to get out of quicksand and it was all just AI slop and just like the worst responses. Yeah. So he added how to get out of quicksand Reddit.
Yeah.
And that's how you find the good answers.
That's how you get to the /quicksand subreddit.
That's right.
Of which people only allowed to post there if you are currently in quicksand.
That's right. And you want to be careful because there's another subreddit that's like adults only for the quicksand. And we talked about that one before.
That's mostly just images.
Yeah, you want to be real careful about finding your way to that one.
Yeah.
So he tries his trekking poles, which, hey, if any of the concerned citizens listening know what the main difference between a trekking pole and a ski pole is, because it feels like you should be able to use one for both. To me,
no. God, no. What an ignorant thing to say. What a moronic. You should be ashamed of yourself that you would even suggest
both.
that.
Do you know the difference?
Trekking pole is well, actually, people use ski poles for trekking all the time.
Well.
Yeah, I have seen that. Usually a trekking pole is shorter. Is a shorter pole.
Mm-hmm.
But I have seen people use ski poles for trekking, and I'm embarrassed for them. I want to.
It just feels like your pole budget. Like, what is your pole budget?
Sure.
You know, and if you're skiing once a year and then
Yeah.
you're hiking once or twice a year, it feels stupid. Especially like if maybe you're living in an apartment. What's your pole storage like?
You got, it's a lot, and you want to keep them separate. You know, you want to have your.
And you don't want to do
poles.
a storage space because that sort of feels like failing. Do you know what I mean?
It does. You'll forget about it. You'll be like, I'm going trekking. I'm not going to go to the storage space first. It's just another trip.
Oh, all my friends are going trekking this weekend.
Yeah.
I'd like to go trekking with them, but I'm probably going to bow out because I don't want to drive to the storage space. And then you're like, well, I should keep the poles here in the apartment. And then it's like, well, but who's got the space for multiple poles? And that's why ski poles is trekking poles, is what I'm saying.
Sometimes. I just had a thought of how cool a name Star Trek is. Like, it's a cool name. Like it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to hear something for the first time, that is so ingrained in popular culture. It's like Star Trek. I know what Star Trek is. Star Trek.
It just explains what it is so well. And it sounds so like
the first time you heard
you're just trekking through the stars.
That's fucking cool, man.
You're just going to trek right through them.
A Star Trek. We're on a Star Trek.
You're just trekking right into those stars.
It's badass.
Love it.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to live a life where I need to have trekking poles.
No, you
like
don't.
that. That's a purchase that is, I need to have and store those, I want to live that life.
You want to find the board game that most accurately mathematically represents the experience of trekking on a trail.
There is a board game called Trekking, and it's
You don't own it?
I have Trekking Through History right over there. Trekking Through History. But there's Trekking the National Parks board game. It just got re-released. It's very good. I don't own it, but I might. I might after this show.
It feels like that's the better purchase for you than trekking poles.
Sure. Okay. So yes, but I aspire to wanting to do the thing that I just do board gaming version of.
But listen, maybe not, because here's what's going on with Austin Dirks. Trekking poles.
Useless. Oh, did they get slurped?
They got slurped, dude. They sank to the handles the moment he leaned on them.
Oh, no.
He's digging with them anyway. He's hoping to carve out space around the trapped leg, but he clearly didn't have his 2005 nature with him, because he would know that the hole is going to fill instantly. Any space he makes is going to fill instantly with quicksand.
Is this 127 hours type of situation? Did he have to gnaw off his own quicksanded leg?
You'll have to find out at the end of the story.
I want to know what's the best way to survive quicksand in a board game.
In a board game. What's the best way in a board game? Well, if you have 2 trekking cards and you roll doubles, you can get out of it. But you want to be careful, because the person with the most trekking cards at the end wins. Oh,
man. That's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
Is that what Austin did?
That's the economy of the game. So what Austin did was he was freak out. What Austin did was freak out. He was like, my knee bent to a painful 45 degrees over my foot.
Oh, no.
And I couldn't straighten it. So it was bending.
Oh, no.
Not the right way, the wrong way. Sideways.
Dude, can you imagine how fucking terrified you would be?
Extremely, extremely terrified.
Yeah. Like, this is how I'm going to die? This is how?
So,
Ugh.
and here's the thing about Austin Dirks that makes him a better person than us. In this situation, he was like, oh, I remember what I had read about people being trapped in quicksand for real. 2005 Nature. And he was like, you're supposed to lean back into the mud to increase the surface area.
That makes sense. Yes, surface area.
So you can float, and sort of, it's almost like trying to get your way off of like thin ice, right? Like you distribute the weight and try to like move yourself. Here's the problem. Because of the positioning of his leg, he could not lie down.
Oh no. I've had that before on the
Yeah.
couch.
So
because of the positioning of my leg.
Better than anyone. Yeah. You're like, oh, but if I move right now like this, it's going to be pins and needles.
That's right. Oh, the worst. I mean, I'm sure what he was going through was bad, but pins and needles.
But he doesn't know. You don't know his situation and he doesn't know yours. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So we don't want to like rank things because it's like your lived experience doesn't match mine.
He's like, like if you've ever had a dog on your lap, you know?
Yeah.
And the dog is sleeping and you're like, this dog is just so delightful. And I don't want to disturb this little dog, but also I wish I could lie down right now and also sleep. And then the dog and I could both sleep. But if I jostle, that dog's going to wake up.
Yeah. It's exactly like that. Only maybe less terrifying.
Yeah. Right.
So he's in there and he's like, I can't lie down. And also, he's out there in the winter. This happened recently. This is just a few weeks back. So he's like, the mud is just above freezing. And so if he's like, if I lay back into this, hypothermia.
Wow. Yeah.
Right? So he's trying to get out and he's like, I don't know how I'm going to get out. He has no cell service.
What?
He's like in the middle of this national park. It's a hiking trail. Maybe somebody comes by, maybe somebody doesn't. But
did he try screaming?
He might have tried screaming. He probably was like, hey, bro. Hey, is there a bro out there? Bro, can somebody call my wife and ask her what to do? Can somebody call my wife and ask her what to do about quicksand?
Yeah.
So luckily, because he is a seasoned backpacker, he's got one of those satellite messengers.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. Have you ever just wanted to buy a satellite messenger?
I mean, kind of. You have that on your Apple now. Your iPhone has an SOS thing.
It's supposedly like if you're in an emergency, your iPhone can connect to satellites or something. But like, I remember I was working on a production once. It was actually for the Florida school system. It was like video science classes for kids that have to for kids that are homeschooled or kids that are, whatever. It was crazy because we did it like a year before the pandemic. And then it turned out that like I get messages now from kids that are like, you taught me science.
Oh, that's
cool. I was like, oh, you're a little young to have watched like D News. And they're like, no, in Florida. I was like, oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah, it was weird.
That's
it was
cool.
But I remember the producer on that show is one of those guys that like had like a $50,000 watch. It was like his prize thing.
Yeah.
He was one of those watch guys. And the thing was like, if you're in the middle of nowhere, you hit these two buttons on the watch and it sends a satellite SOS wherever. Like you could go down in a plane in the middle of the ocean. And I remember looking at him and I'm like, is that something that do you live the kind of life where that's going to happen to you?
Yeah.
And I didn't mean it as like an insult, but I could tell that like probably someone had asked him that before. Like as an insult, maybe his significant other who was like, why are we spending $50,000 on a watch?
Yeah.
You know, like that sort of thing. But I could tell that he kind of took it as an insult. And I was like, no, I'm genuinely asking. Like, this is the sort of person who that's for. Yeah. Of course, these satellite messengers don't cost $50,000. They are pricey from what I understand. They are pricey, but I have always wanted to get one and just have it.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It just it's that like thing where you also want like a multi-tool in your car. One of the ones that breaks the windshield.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, where you're like, what if I wind up in the water? How the fuck am I going to wind up in the water? Hey, everybody, how the fuck is my car going to end up submerged in water?
Well,
this is the number one. Forget Quicksand. Quicksand was like the 1980s and 90s, I think. The new one, I think, is car will sink in water. And then what do you have in the car that's going to get you out of the car?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a serious concern. If you see all those people that blindly follow their GPS off the harbor, you know,
Yep.
like the GPS just says continue straight. And they're like, well, if the GPS says so, I mean, I see the ocean right there.
Yeah.
But
Siri's like, in 50 feet, hold breath.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, put your hands up. Put your hands up. Here it comes. Wee. So like, yeah, he's got one of these like satellite messaging things. So
he's saved.
He's saved. End of story, right? Except he sends the message, and the Grand County Search and Rescue is like, "Oh shit, dog, you're in quicksand." And he's like, "Yeah." And they go, "You ever heard that John Mulaney bit?" He's like, "Listen, my knee kind of hurts." He's like, "Didn't you think there would be quicksand everywhere when you were a kid?" Does it like Mulaney really nailed it with that one, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Mulaney really nailed it with that. And did you know the thing about the horse in the hospital?
Yeah. That horse run through a hospital.
Yeah, guys, but like, when are you coming? And they go, "Oh, it's gonna be a couple hours."
Whoa. That doesn't seem like effective search and rescue.
Well, here's the thing, Jeff. How big is a national park? How funded are they right now?
Sure.
How many people are working at the national park right now?
So you got to settle into your quicksand reality real quick.
Well, and the issue is, you know, Austin's like, I don't mind. Like, they're coming. I feel like, okay, they're coming. I'm going to be safe. Except for, how long can my knee be at this angle, at this level of pressure, underneath this quicksand before I sustain some sort of permanent injury?
Right.
I'm not worried about dying. I know they're coming for me. What's going to happen to my leg?
Well,
what's going to happen to
again?
Yeah. What's going to happen to circulation? Am I coming out of this being able to walk?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm going to do what I can to make myself as comfortable as possible. He pulls out dry layers from his pack. He's got like, so he says he has a fleece, mittens, dry layers, and a melly.
A melly?
Melly.
MELI?
MELLY.
Melly.
A melly.
This is why we're not equipped to be adventure hikers, because we don't know what a melly is.
And I looked it up, and it apparently stands for melanzana.
That sounds like a delicious Italian dessert.
And what it basically is, I looked it up and I was like, this must be some sort of like specific hiking thing. This must be some sort of like equipment or whatever.
Is it a helmet?
It's a very expensive brand of fleece blanket.
Oh,
he's basically like talking about his Patagonia.
He's dropping brands.
He's dropping brands, but it's apparently known amongst hikers and stuff like if you want like a good, like ultralight fleece blanket when you're hiking, you get a melly.
Okay.
And I was like,
so
okay. He's a little bit of a humble brag right now. Like, I'm going to die in quicksand, but I've got my melly.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
It's like, there I was being mugged, and the criminal wanted my Balenciaga shoes and my Gucci bag and my Rolex. And you're just like, okay, man, I get it. You were being robbed. Like,
wait, so he's not sinking further? He's just sort of sitting there uncomfortably knee bent?
He's staying perfectly still.
Yeah.
Making sure not to, redistribute or get himself sunk. any further, and he's putting on all of these dry layers over his clothes. So if he does sink over time, he's protected, right?
Yeah.
Because he's like, well,
I feel like the mistake his nemesis made is assuming the quicksand would take care of him.
That's right.
You know, the nemesis stood there and is like, well, there's nothing further I need to do now, and just walked away into the forest.
Right. And it's like, okay, so there's the pit of alligators, and then there's the quicksand, and then there are the blades that swing on the ropes. And it's like, hey, man, don't you own a gun?
Yeah. Just end it.
Just end it.
But
like,
no, he's so sure that the quicksand is going to just take care of Austin.
Yeah.
He can just walk away.
I'm going to walk away. But before I walk away, here's my plan.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you my plan. And I know that rescue, maybe you have your satellite phone, but they're 2 hours away. You'll be dead by then, Mr. Austin.
Shouldn't we just take care of it? It's like, no. Nature will do that for us.
Why waste the bullet?
No, the trail will take care of him as it's taken care of so many others.
That's right.
We're 3 miles from the Smoothie King, boss.
I appreciate the poetry of nature reclaiming my nemesis.
Have you ever
Slurp,
seen The
slurp.
Revenant? It's a Christmas movie.
Did you call back to the pre-show?
That's right.
Did you get the shake based one? Because this one is terrible.
It's terrible without the shake base. They don't tell you that there's ice cream in it. And you think you're getting something healthy. You think it's a healthy treat. But there's no healthy treats for you anymore, Mr. Dirks. So he's like, all right, they're going to be a while. I'm going to settle in. I'm going to do what I can to keep circulation going in the rest of my body. Hopefully they'll get here in time. They showed up 2 hours later.
Yeah. And they got caught in quicksand. We'll help you. Oh, my leg.
The quicksand went farther than we thought.
Austin's like, don't come any closer. Aw, man.
No, this is where the quicksand is. Oh, this is where the quicksand is. Oh, shit. I thought it was just localized around you. Well, you really, if you're gonna, you really need to let us know what the whole situation is. I'm sorry, I would have, but this Garmin Messenger is very expensive.
I'm not going to waste my melly on just creating a boundary.
That's right. So a park ranger shows up, Jeff, in 2 hours.
Okay.
With specialized equipment. Do you want to know what the specialized equipment is, Jeff?
A whip.
A shovel.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess. Yeah.
In 2 hours, a dude comes with a shovel and goes, well, let's take a look.
Let's dig you out.
They were, and he's digging with the shovel and Austin's digging with his poles. And they're like, damn, this isn't working. Almost as though that's not the way to get out of quicksand.
Man, that's depressing. That's depressing when the rescuer gets there and has a bad plan. That's depressing.
I think, as is so often the case with our national parks,
yeah,
there was only enough funding for one guy, and all that guy had was a shovel.
He's like, I'm going to get my specialized equipment, i.e., the only equipment I have.
That's right. So the park ranger is like, well, let's get some reinforcements. So the reinforcements come, and what they do is
call upon the woodland creatures of the area.
Yeah, that's right. He came out and he went,
bears and squirrels and that one beaver all showed up.
That's right. It was a bunch of other search and rescue folks that came with ladders, boards, and more shovels. And so basically what they did with the ladder is they set it across.
It's a Death Stranding situation.
It was a Death Stranding. They were stranding. It was the first Strand type rescue.
What they literally called upon other players to come with their better shit.
That's
that
right.
They had acquired.
Sam Porter Bridges showed up with the good ladder, laid it flat on the ground, used it like a catwalk over the quicksand, laid down boards to give surface area for Austin to hold on to, and they dug him out. When they finally pulled me free, My shoe almost tore off, but held on.
What brand of shoe did he have?
That's the thing, is he didn't mention. I feel like he missed an opportunity there, and that doesn't sound like Austin. Feels like Austin could have said something about like what kind of cool shoe he was wearing.
Yeah.
My left leg had no feeling in it, or sorry, my leg had no feeling left in it and nearly collapsed when I put my weight on it. I carefully crossed the ladder to solid ground. So it took a little over 2 hours and an entire team.
Wow. To escape the quicksand.
Quicksand, once again, as John Mulaney said, not as pervasive as we thought it would be, but just as dangerous.
It's real, and it can ruin your day. It's not going to swallow you. I mean, I think that's my biggest disappointment with the mythology of quicksand is I imagine the fingers, as
yes.
Up to the chin, and I can't. Oh no! And then it takes my head and my arm, my last fingers as I sink in, Terminator style.
Right. And it's just like just hand me the idol and I'll get you out.
That's right.
As you're sinking up to you're doing like the Harrison Ford thing where like people don't remember 50% of Harrison Ford's best performances are screwball comedy. Like people don't really remember that shit. Yeah. It's like Harrison Ford like sinking in quicksand and like like good. Scorpions coming up to him and he's like he's real Bugs Bunny about that shit. And I've always enjoyed it. That's why
he's in Shrinking and people are like, "Oh, he can do comedy." It's like he's always done comedy.
Yeah. Dude, and whenever somebody's like, Han Solo is so cool, I'm like, is he? I'm like, is he, or is he a fucking goof that looks like Harrison Ford?
That's right.
Because he's kind of a fucking goof that just happens to look like Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
We're all fine here, thank you.
How are you?
So basically, how do you get out of quicksand, Jeff? Is that your question
like you gotta
right
have
now?
A satellite phone.
You get a Melly and a satellite phone and some nice shoes.
Yeah.
And no, what you do is you wriggle your legs around as best you can, like little wriggles. And what it does is creates small space between the legs and the quicksand through which water can flow down to dilate the sand. Okay?
Feels like this is going to make me sink deeper. I feel like I'd be terrified to start wiggling, but
you got to start wiggling. And so what happens is you can get out using this technique, but it's slow. It's a very slow technique. But what's good about that technique is it is going to fight off the major dangers of quicksand, which is the hypothermia and the cutting off of your circulation. So as you're wiggling and you're loosening up the small areas around you, water's flowing in, it's becoming more liquidy. You can sort of like get your way up. Right? Because as you're doing that, you're kind of wriggling your way up as you're kind of laying back.
Yeah.
Right? And then you're getting your legs out slowly over time because you're turning it into water around your legs that your legs can then pull up from.
Right.
As you're laying flat on your back. Austin did not have that opportunity because of the way his leg bent.
Right.
And you might be asking, what does the article say about what you do in that situation? And the answer is fucking nothing. It has nothing to say about it. It says, oh shit, that was bad.
That's why, as you know, Anthony, I'm always a straight-legged hiker. I keep a very rigid straight leg when I'm hiking.
That's right.
I walk like C-3PO.
You call it mummy hiking.
Tatooine. That's exactly right.
You call it mummy hiking, and you call it, and you have a whole series, an eight video series.
That's right.
That people can buy.
The groaning is optional. You can groan or not groan.
Mm-hmm. You are not groaning because of the mummy of it all. You're groaning because of how bored and unpleasant.
Yeah.
How
hiking
boring
is in general.
Yeah, exactly. You're just like, damn, the board game was better.
This isn't anything like the board game.
The board game really made it seem like I was constantly making cool economic trades.
That's right. Yeah.
So there you go, Jeff. What does Austin have to say about all this? I'll tell you what. He says he's very grateful for his luck. He's grateful for the rescuers. And he does have plans to return to the desert and hike in February, but he's going to avoid wet slot canyons for now.
You kind of buried the lead there. He was in a wet slot canyon? That just seems like a bad idea. Like, hey, I know what I'm going to do this weekend. I'm going to go down to Wet Slot Canyon. And
Jeff, can I tell you the reason I didn't bring up initially that this happened in a wet slot canyon is, as you know, I have Safe Search turned off.
There's a lot of images about women and I just wet slot
here's
canyons.
Here's the thing, Jeff. I didn't want to look that up. I didn't want to look it up.
It's a disturbing side of Quicksand.
I don't want to learn. I don't want to learn anything about wet slot canyons with my Safe Search turned off. And I was afraid that you might ask a question, and then I'd have to answer it.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I regret bringing it up, honestly.
Yeah, like we got so far.
We did. We almost made it through Wet Slot Canyon.
Here's the thing that I can tell you. Wet Slot Canyon is not a designation of canyon.
Oh, okay.
Slot Canyon is. This one happened to be wet.
This was a wet slot canyon.
This was a wet slot canyon. A slot canyon is like, you have a lot of them in Colorado, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's very...
Slot canyons?
They're sort of like long, narrow channels. Like, I went to Antelope Canyon before I went to the Grand Canyon. And Antelope Canyon is the one where everybody gets the very famous picture of the single ray of light coming down with like the two slick walls of rocks. And it looks like
sedimentary layers on either side.
Yeah, and it looks like a place where you're going to find like a cool dagger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, that particular photo that everybody has from their vacation? Sure. That's a slot canyon. And there are parts of it where like, they're very narrow and like you kind of like, if you want to go, they're like, you can explore that part, but it's very narrow and you're going to have to like squeeze your way through. And like, we really only think that experienced hikers should do it and like blah, blah, blah. But I can understand wanting to hike through one on your own. They're like sick as shit looking. Like, they're dope as hell. Like when I say it looks like you're going to find a cool dagger there.
Yeah.
It looks like you're really just going to like enter a chamber and it's like, this is where the gold was.
Yeah.
Like that's a slot canyon.
I can understand the draw, but you know, if it's a wet slot canyon.
Well, that's an entirely different situation.
Your dagger's going to be all wet.
That's right.
Why even go? I know what I was doing.
I know you did. I know you did. And that's why I didn't do it. That's why I didn't want to bring it up. So there you go, Jeff. I think I might have done it again inadvertently.
You Mulaney'd?
I Mulaney'd. No, I Mulaney on purpose all the time.
Oh, okay.
John Mulaney as the most Jewish, non-Jewish person. I find myself as a Jewish person sounding like John Mulaney quite a bit.
Yeah.
But Jeff, I think what I might have done is I might have accidentally done a Chronicles of a Badass again.
I was going to say that earlier. I think he might be. Although it feels like the Badass is the satellite phone company.
It feels like what's badass is his black card.
Yes.
It feels like, honestly,
he purchased the right shit. That's what happens.
Honestly, I was looking through the article to just be like, hashtag not spawn. Hashtag not an ad.
Yeah.
Hashtag product provided by Garmin. Like, what's going on?
Right.
Because he did call out a few specific brands, but I'm going to call that coincidence. I'm going to call that coincidence.
If you're a Quicksand survivor, you got to get that bag. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, can you imagine how much money you would make as a Quicksand influencer? People love Quicksand, dude.
They do. There's a whole subreddit, I'm told.
And they love, unfortunately, there are a few. And people love videos of travel influencers. People's two favorite things finally together.
Hey man, it's Austin Dirks, your boy, here trapped into Quicksand again. Remember to like and subscribe. Just wanted to show you my new Garmin satellite phone that I got. This puppy's gonna get me out of this quicksand again.
Hey, Austin, just wondering how this quicksand compares to maybe some quicksand on the southeast. I'm looking to get out. This summer and maybe hit a slot canyon or two. Is it worth the trip all the way out to Colorado? Or
I got a great question here from Sinky Knees. Old Sinky Knees asks about the best kind of quicksand. Oh no, this is a very temperate quicksand. You got to find those wet slot canyons.
This is some beginner sand. This is good beginner sand. If you're looking to just get into sinking in quicksand, this is a great way to get started. And you don't need a melly. You don't need a melly right away. I've been using this, and it's almost as good as a melly. For about 50% of the cost. But I'm going to tell you what: if you got the money, upgrade to the melly. Upgrade to the melly.
Anyway, this video is sponsored by Melly.
Because I can really feel that hypothermia setting in. So there you go, everybody. Quicksand, still dangerous after all these years.
Wow. There we go.
Believe it. Thank you to Spielberg Nurfer for sending this in. If you've got a story that you'd like to share with us, or if you'd like to discuss any stories that you've heard about on the show, or just hang and chill with some like-minded folks, why don't you join the Patreon, patreon.com/wehaveconcerns, and get access to our Discord where everybody's hanging out and talking without you and maybe about you.
Yeah, it's like being in quicksand of joy and common interests.
That's right. That's what we've always said. And that's why it rolls off the tongue so easily. Patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.